In this session, we're going to, I'm going to talk about the half foam roller. When you talk about balance, it's very important to remember as you get older, that's the first thing that seems to go. And that affects whether you can go upstairs and downstairs, whether you can get up from a seated position, whether you can go for a walk or jog. Basically, it affects everything. Because if you don't have your balance, unless you're sitting, and to be honest, if the core gets really weak, the tendency is to lean one way or another. And I remember watching my mother, and she was literally walking like this. Sometimes it's to the right, most often it was to the left. A lot of it has to do with the nervous system firing. So if you're going to practice balancing, which you should, so if you go like this, you're balancing. Okay. For some people, doing this is really hard. It could be from an injury, because they had to stay stationary and haven't moved around a lot. Could be a whole bunch of reasons. But the point is, you can't fix something unless you start. So for balance, whether you're a trainer or you're doing this for yourself, you want something stable. So I'm using the back of a chair. Your hands on here, you lift your leg. Okay, like I said, for some people doing this, and that's because this is not firing the way it should be. Your chi, your core, whatever you want to call it, you want it to fire, and it should fire first. The brain should send a signal here and then somewhere else. Okay? Otherwise, you crumble. So, you're here, your hands on something to support you, you're lifting your leg up. And we're going to do, at some point, a whole course on balance. I'm just generalizing here. Don't grab on really tight, don't lean. And the reason is, if you grab on tight, the signal goes from your brain to your hand. And this basically doesn't engage. It'll shut down. So, signal to here, then to here. As you get better, you can go like this. If you start to fall, you can grab on, okay? So this is to protect you. And you can move the chair to the other side and do it with the other hand. What I like about this is you can start here with the base, okay, on the floor. And it challenges your balance. One, you're elevated. Two, your foot doesn't have a lot of space to stand on. So I don't want to lean on this, so I'll move this over a bit. I'm going to put my hand by it. The better I get, right? If I start to fall, I can go like that, but the better I get, the more. And then you start to move. Now here's something to think about. If I leave my hands here, this does not engage as much as if I move my hands here. So actually going like this will help engage the core. So as you get better and better, you start to, and then hopefully you can move the chair over. It's still there if you need to grab it, but now you've got room to move, okay? And then you can progress. You can go out to the side, you can lean forward and kick back, just watch out for obstacles. That's the other thing, is make sure the area you're in is safe so that if you do fall, you're less likely to get hurt. This is closer to a wobble board. Now, a wobble board is going to be harder than this, and the same with a Bosu. A Bosu will be harder to balance than on a half foam roller. But I do like that rocking motion because it causes you to engage more. Okay, so it improves your balance. So again, keep your hand near, but if possible off. Start to swing. You eventually could do light dumbbells and do all sorts of exercise. Okay, you can also go out to the side again and you can kick back. And you may come up with your own things. I wouldn't jump on and off this. Should you stand on it with both feet? you can. Again, I'd really have this because that's now becoming a lot more like a wobble board. And it depends how tall you are. So if you're 7 feet tall and your feet are huge, I don't know if this would work. You might be too compressed, or if you have huge legs for whatever reason, it might be uncomfortable. I guess you could buy a bigger one. The problem with 2 feet is falling back, not so much falling forward. So I'm going to keep the chair nearby because I actually have dumbbells behind me. But if I'm on with 2 feet and I'm practicing and lifting weights or whatever, but have again something nearby, because if you fall back like this, you're in deep trouble. The only thing you can do is hopefully turn and not fall. Falling forward's not tips, so you can step forward. So the advantage of focusing on one leg, and always do both legs, don't just do one leg. Okay, so then you would want this on the other side. So I'll move over a bit. Okay, the reason is spotter is always on the side of the leg that's standing on the foam roller, Bosu, wobble board, whatever. If you fall this way, you're in trouble. If I fall this way, I simply put my foot down. Okay, and again, you can do all sorts of things. You can gradually build up. Till next time, I hope this helps. Do work on your balance though. All right, take care.